Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the family of one man who has been in jail for more than a year says he is not getting a fair shake in the justice system. And a meeting who was hosted in Ashland last night, allowing folks to voice their opinions about a potential hike rate one power company is proposing.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Welcome to Mountain News This Morning. I'm McKinley Calandrino here with you on this Friday, January 9th. The time is now 5:31. Let's check in with meteorologist Megan Dusmall for a look at your forecast this morning. Good morning, Megan. It's Friday. It's supposed to be a rainy weekend, so what can we kind of expect as we're going out the door today?
Well, you pretty much hit the nail on the head. It is a rainy start to your weekend, and we're just going to continue to see that rain for your Friday and your Saturday. So let's start off with what we're seeing right now. It looks like most folks are still on the driest side, but as we zoom into Wayne and Pulaski counties, starting to see some of those showers entering into the region. So keep that in mind as you're heading out the door in the next couple of minutes. If you are in any of our far southwestern counties, you will encounter some of that rain. Temperatures, though, as you're starting off your day, those low 60s for some folks, the mid 60s at 65 in Manchester and Monticello, very warm. But by the afternoon, we're only going to see those temperatures continuing to warm as we get to the mid to upper 60s for those forecast high. Once again, a very warm day, but I guarantee you, you won't be thinking about those warm temperatures as you begin off your Friday because it's going to be very wet for many folks. Here's a look at that 12-hour forecast for you. A lot of rain again in the morning hours and midday hours, calming down as we head into the evening. McKinley.
Thank you, Megan. One man was killed after he was struck by a vehicle in Claiborne County, Tennessee. In a crash report from the Tennessee Highway Patrol, it indicates that 56-year-old Michael Hembry had been walking in the middle of the southbound lane on Highway 33 Tuesday night. The report states that 52-year-old Patrick Howard hit Hembry while he was in the roadway. After he was taken to the Claiborne County Emergency Room, Hembry was pronounced dead. A West Virginia man who is charged with murder and vehicular homicide in 2024 DUI crash that killed one woman is asking for a fair court trial. Chad Blackburn was arrested in July 2024 after police say he was driving under the influence on US 119 when a crash occurred that killed one woman and injured her passenger. Since then, Blackburn's family says he has been passed from judge to judge and he is held on a $1 million bond, which they fear is not because of the crime, but its connection to the local court, since the victim of the crash was the mother of a Pike County judge. So the defense team has asked the court for a change of venue and asked to reduce Blackburn's $1 million cash bond.
We are not in any way trying to make less of what happened or not say that he's not taking accountability. What we're saying is it needs to be fair. He needs to be treated just like everybody else.
Prosecutors say Blackburn is not being treated any differently, and they have been working to ensure a fair trial, which they believe will be possible in Pike County, with a special judge now presiding over the case. A federal lawsuit was dismissed against a former Hazard police chief and another officer. The lawsuit claimed that excessive force was being used by Darren Williams and Tyler Pigman. It relates to an incident that reportedly happened in March of 2024. The plaintiffs were Billy Gavin Fugate and Martha Sizemore. The lawsuit claimed the two officers did not act in the way they were supposed to act. We have more details about this on our website at WYMT.com. One Southern Kentucky judge has announced his retirement. Judge James Lambert was elected as judge of the Kentucky Court of Appeals in November of 2006 to serve Division II of the 3rd Affiliate District. Lambert was elected Rockcastle County Attorney in 1981 and served in that capacity for 3 terms. He also served as trial commissioner for the Rockcastle County District Court from 2002 to 2005. Yesterday, the Hyde and Leslie County Chamber of Commerce hosted an open discussion with students, hoping to better understand the younger generation's perspective on outmigration. I was able to speak with some students about the issue and why young people tend to want to leave Eastern Kentucky after graduation. Eastern Kentucky is known for its beautiful scenery and Appalachian traditions. While some are deeply rooted in their slow-paced town, others are eager to leave the mountains to seek bigger opportunities.
Every kid wants to go out and see the world. I get that. And there's not a lot of opportunity to draw them back. The local economy in Eastern Kentucky is difficult, but there are opportunities if you look for them.
On Thursday, the Hyde and Leslie County Chamber of Commerce hosted a team think tank and invited students from Leslie County High School to share their invaluable perspectives.
We're going to do an exercise looking at things that they really enjoy about Leslie County and all of Eastern Kentucky, things that they don't enjoy about it, and things that they think are missing. And based on that, we're going to try to come up with 3 ideas that are actionable that we can then take to maybe a source of funding or maybe the community foundation and actually get something done.
Students at LCHS like Tyler and Holly say Appalachia will forever be their home. But to pursue their dreams, they are planning to leave after graduation, along with many of their peers.
I think a lot of people leave because there's just not a lot of opportunities around here. You kind of just have your standard blue-collar kind of jobs here, and people that don't want to do that have to move other places to have those opportunities. For example, I would like to go into athletic training with a college team. I'm going to have to go somewhere else to do that.
Students say aside from the shortage of career paths, there is also a lack of activities.
Well, especially around here, there's virtually nowhere for like entertainment. To go to an arcade or to bowl or anything like that, you have to go an hour out. So I think something like that would help, or maybe places like food, anything like that.
Hoping to better understand each other and remind students they don't have to leave to make a difference. Chamber of Commerce members say they have done something similar in the past and got great feedback from the younger generation. Kentucky Power customers pushed back against a proposed rate increase at a packed meeting in Ashland last night. Kentucky Power is asking the Public Service Commission to raise rates by nearly 15%. Suzanne Barker Griffith has attended multiple meetings to voice her concerns and says customers across Eastern Kentucky can't handle any higher costs.
Some people are having to choose between food, medicine, going to the doctor, making their mortgage, or paying their what they call the light bill or the heating bill.
The PCS says Kentucky Power has outlined what the rate increase would provide and includes operating successfully, maintaining financial integrity, recovering fuel costs, and supporting investments. It can be difficult to find affordable higher education options, but West Virginia University is offering a resource for students in the healthcare field. A group of Bridge Valley nursing students in West Virginia have been selected to join the WVU Medicine Aspiring Nurse Program. Casey Sachs is the president at Bridge Valley Community and Technical College, and she says they are thrilled to welcome this group of new students, and it's great being able to support them in this way.
Almost every single one of our students who's in the Aspiring Nurse programs graduates on time. They don't graduate with debt. They're employed. We know they're employed because the hospital commits to hire them on graduation.
Students also have a support system of academic success coaches and retention specialists. One ministry here in the mountains is changing lives one sacked lunch at a time. WYMT's Neely Green spoke to the founder of Isaiah 58:10 Ministries and tells us what they do to provide to those in a time of need.
Isaiah 58:10 reads, "Feed the hungry and help those in trouble. Then your light will shine from the darkness, and the darkness around you will be bright as noon." That verse is one that Tracy Byers lives by.
Not everybody has meals. Not everybody can get to where food and resources are to help them.
Byers founded the Isaiah 58:10 Ministries and Outreach with the goal of providing tools and resources to those in need.
We're not only taking out sack lunches, we're doing the white flag and warming shelter. We're feeding people 5 days a week with the soup kitchen. We have a greenhouse project that'll kick off again in the spring. There's just so much need.
Isaiah 58:10 and the City of London are partners for the White Flag Ministry, providing a warming shelter if the temperature drops below 32 degrees and will open from 7 p.m. until 7 a.m. And when it gets even colder, they have more resources.
We do offer motel rooms when temperatures reach 27 degrees or below. If people cooperate with our RJ Solutions, which is our case management team that helps people find resources that are available to them, if they cooperate, they get 15 nights of a free hotel room.
Byers says even if they're not willing to cooperate, they can still receive a 5-night stay. She adds that the rooms, meals, and the ministry itself would not be possible without donations and volunteers.
This entire ministry is run by donation and volunteers, including me. It's all because people care. The community is stepping up to help, and it's really a beautiful thing.
The ministry takes the lunches and other resources to different outreach programs in 6 Kentucky counties and even parts of Tennessee. In London, Neely Green, WYMT Mountain News.
Byers says she has the best support system that includes amazing volunteers in several churches and that God will continue to provide. A Madison County woman who once slept in cars during the winter is now collecting coats for people facing the same struggle. Courtney Perkins is 21 months sober and a part of the Madison County Drug Court Program. After nearly 20 years of addiction, she says the program helped her turn her life around. Perkins is hosting a coat drive as she gets ready to graduate from the Madison County Drug Court Program. She says she remembers what it was like to go through the cold winters without any help and wants to pay it forward.
I went from praying every day that I would die to now praying every day for another day, like I have a life worth living.
Perkins is collecting new or gently used coats and warm clothing through today at Enrich One Stop Resource and Referral Hub in Richmond. Still to come, Bruno Mars is going on tour. That and more in a look of today's Eye on Entertainment report.
And rainfall accumulation could total up to 2 inches as we're heading into the weekend.